Good morning. A Spanish military officer was arrested with a pistol at a demonstration against an amnesty law which will benefit Catalan separatists, so police said yesterday. The second lieutenant, who is based at the Zaragoza Military Academy training base, was arrested during a police check at the demonstration outside the Socialist Party headquarters on Saturday night. Around 1,500 people took part in the demonstration, the 16th consecutive protest outside the PSOE headquarters. 6 people were arrested, including the military officer. During the protests, there have been clashes between police and protesters, but no weapons have been discovered until now. The officer was not charged, but could face a fine of up to €30,000 if convicted of illegal possession of weapons. Earlier on Saturday, around 170,000 people marched through Madrid in the biggest protest yet against the amnesty law, which the socialists agreed to over Catalonia's 2017 separatist bid in return for support in forming a new government. The demonstrations took place 2 days after Prime Minister Pedro Sánchez won a 4-year term with the backing of the Catalan and Basque nationalist parties in return for agreeing to the law, which Sánchez has defended, saying an amnesty would help to diffuse the tensions in Catalonia. Meanwhile, dozens of retired military officers have signed a manifesto urging the armed forces to oust the newly re-elected Prime Minister. On Friday, El País reported that many of the 56 signatories to the letter, ranging from ex-generals to colonels and captains, have been embroiled in other scandals related to their fascist stances. The manifesto expressed concern about the state of Spain, suggesting that all branches of government and the judiciary have been corrupted and that officials disrespect the armed forces, fail to defend Spain's borders from immigrants, and have been illegitimately manipulating the law to pardon Catalan separatist criminals. Citing the Constitution, which says the armed forces must defend the constitutional order, which the retired officials said is in grave danger, they urged those responsible to remove Sánchez from his post and trigger fresh general elections. The manifesto was published on the Spanish Military Association's website. The signatories were not made public. Whilst the retired soldiers cannot face disciplinary action, 2 members of the Guardia Civil were suspended last week after penning a similar statement. And in the wake of orcas attacking boats around the Portuguese and Spanish coasts, sailors are turning to unorthodox tactics in an effort to deter them. One piece of advice going around is to blast heavy metal music underwater to keep the orcas away. But a marine mammal researcher warned this is a bad idea, and one crew seems to have learned the hard way. Incidents of orcas seeming to attack boats in Europe have been reported since 2020, but no humans have so far been killed. The captain of a catamaran crossing the Straits of Gibraltar told the New York Times that his crew tried to use a heavy metal playlist they hoped would keep the large predators away, but the method didn't work, and the orcas went for the vessel's rudder, making it impossible to steer. All crew members were ultimately rescued, and Spanish authorities towed the catamaran back to shore. That's the latest from TRE. I'm Bob James.